to warn you. I am so sorry.
No, I love it. I wish I had brought some noisemakers down. Happy 4th birthday!
Happy 4th birthday, Decoupage Queen. Whoop whoop.
Happy
Hello.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you and you and you. Ole! Happy birthday, Teresa and the Decoupage Queen.
Indeed. What a big, big day. And right now we have moi, Iveta. I am the creative director here at Decoupage Queen, and a special guest, Lynn from J Goods. And she is one of our amazing retailers as well. So go check her out if you're after some Decoupage Queen. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Oh, and then we also have Teri in the background, by the way.
Hi. I'll just have you know, when I entered, you blew the horn. And I was like, oh, my goodness, my ear.
Were you like, Teri? Were you like, oh, no, she broke the internet?
Well, I have an earpiece in, Lynn, so all I heard was in my ear, and I was like, oh, my word.
Sorry. What a grand entrance.
And I noticed Lynn was looking down, and she looked up really quick.
Well, it is my job to be a prankster, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
God, yes. So Teri's going to be here in the background just to do our scavenger hunt word. So if you don't know, it's not just a regular live stream event. We're also doing a very special giveaway scavenger hunt game today. During each live stream, you will see a word or a special phrase pop up on the screen, and you need to make a note. That is a test. This is the example of what it's going to look like. Don't note this one down. But during this live stream, you're going to see another word or phrase pop up. Take your pen and paper, write it down, because you're going to have to collect all 5 of them. There's going to be 5 live streams today. 5 words to collect. Once you've collected them all, you need to email Teri at decoupagequeen.com, and she's going to make a list of her own. And then when it's time for us to reveal Decoupage Queen's fall collection, we're going to pick 2 winners, not 1, but 2 winners for very, very special prizes. Do we know what prizes they're going to be?
Yes. Yes.
So,
do you know?
So there's going to be some Decoupage Queen swag, right? So something that's going to, so you can wear it or hold it or carry it around or use it and rep Decoupage Queen like a pro. But also, most importantly, there's going to be a full set of Decoupage Queen's fall collection rice papers.
Oh.
A lot of rice papers, let me tell you. And there's even going to be 15 of mine in there.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, we've all seen it.
Yeah,
I was gobsmacked. I was like I was so blown away by that collection.
It's an amazing collection. The whole collection is beautiful. So you're not going to want to miss it. And it's open worldwide. So you can enter it from anywhere in the world. But you're going to need to submit your entry and get your words by midnight on the 3rd of August. So you've got 1 week to get your words right. If you miss the word, that's fine. You can always go back and watch the replay and note your word down. And that's the rules, right? That's everything that we have to say about
it. It's also in the description if you miss anything. So just check the description to make sure you're, because you don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss a thing.
You do not. And with that being said, are we ready to craft? Are we ready to craft?
I'm ready.
Show us what you're going to make, because she showed me earlier.
All right. I've got my one thing. I've got to do the whole. So I'm going to flip down and then talk about what I'll be doing. So hopefully you'll be able to, sorry. I got to go this way. I think. Nope, that's my ceiling.
Nice ceiling, by the way.
You see decoupage on the ceiling?
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta take this off, and sorry guys, we are flipping.
That's okay. Mara, the last few minutes, Mara had turbo in her hands, and so the screen was a moving and a shaking and a rocking and a rolling. We said, "Oh,
Okay.
Mara."
That there will be shenanigans, right?
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh. So can we, all right, I just got to get positioned well.
That's okay.
Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see?
The
Am I
ceiling.
still looking up?
Yes.
You still see the ceiling.
Oh my goodness,
Is
you
it
guys.
There we go. Now we're going. There we go.
Okay, let me tighten this up.
We do see it looks like there's a black, like maybe the holster. There you go. There you go.
Yep. Is that it? Is that good?
That's
you guys?
it.
Yes.
Okay, because I can't see a thing. You know, so
we will guide you. It's okay.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to be working on today. Of course, I think today we wanted to just honor all things Decoupage Queen. And so I chose some papers that I felt represented Decoupage Queen in the royal court. And I think also I kind of thought about how Teresa has just empowered those of us as artists and creators to create our own papers. And she's been so generous with that as well. So this is Iveta's. I think this is a retired paper from
Forest Lore.
Forest Lore.
Flowers,
And
Forest Lore.
yeah. And then these are two of Teresa's papers. This is Decoupage. There's chandelier background, and this, of course, is from the spring, the Four Birds, her spring collection. So that was kind of where my head went when I was picking out papers, and of course, I wanted them all to look good as well. So what I'm using today is this is a little. This was a tube that aprons came in. So I had a few of these that were hanging around in the back. And so what I did is I base coated them white. I'll show you, this is what they looked like. Right? So they're real heavy. And I always wanted to do something with these. So that's what we're going to be decoupaging today. And then some things that I also did in advance is I prepared some black resin frames. These are Iron Orchid Designs frames. And I did a little bit of a trick with these in that I cut out the center so that I would get as much real estate for my my bird as possible, right?
Yeah,
and
you
then
definitely want to.
Right. And so then while the mold was still soft, very soft, I just taped it. I molded it onto here, taped it down so that it would dry in the shape that I wanted. And now we just have to decide which one we're going to use on our piece. So let me grab this guy. Then you can also see what I started with.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our options.
So here it is. Okay, so I am going to use, I think, this little bird right here. So we'll cut her out. And let me see. We'll see how she looks. So we're gonna put this on here. This will go around to cover the rest of it, right?
Oh, that paper looks so good together with the bird.
I would have never thought to put them together.
Yeah,
that looks amazing.
Yeah. And then I just need to choose a frame. And so, yeah, some of the tail will be cut off, but that's okay. So we have this one and we have this, I think this one. It's got to be this one, right?
Yep, that one's
That's
gives
the
you a
one.
bit more of a view.
It just gives it a little more real estate, like I said. So we'll save this for the next box. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get this guy decoupaged on. Oh, Iveta and I were talking about like how nervous we both were, like we've never done this before, but I'm literally shaking, you guys.
I'm going to try and move my laptop off to see if I can.
So a lot of you are saying this is your first time watching Lynn from L&J Goods. So
Really?
if it's your first time, you're missing out. But I need to tell you guys, you probably are very familiar with Lynn and don't realize it. Lynn also has had many lines with Decoupage Queen.
Yeah.
The words you all tell me you love, that's L&J Goods.
Yep.
I mean, but she has had a few lines with us that you guys have been using.
Watercolor flowers.
Yes.
Oh, the cottage roses.
The cottage collection.
I love
yes.
those.
And
So y'all,
as well.
You're in for a treat. She does some amazing stuff.
Oh, thank you, Teri.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. So, obviously you can water cut. You can water cut or you can cut with the scissors. I'm just going to cut with the scissors today so that I can expedite things, I guess, a little bit. And I'm going to lay this on here like that. It doesn't quite meet in the back, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. That's okay by me. I'll just take a little dark wax or some paint and fill that in, because you know what? No, if anybody's going to fuss about that, then shame on them, right?
Exactly.
And then I think
doing having that close of a look on there, you know.
Right.
Iveta, what are you working on today?
I am actually working on some coasters. I thought, but I started with little wooden hearts and coasters and things like that. So this is really taking me back.
Oh, how cool is that?
Plywood coasters, and the paper that I'm using is actually, God, I cut off the name off of it. I think it's Farm Animals 4-pack.
Yes.
This one, right? And so we have 4, because this one is already almost on. Sorry. Anyway, I prepped my bases. I painted them white ahead of time. Now I'm going to decoupage them. And then maybe put the stencil on the back, but we'll see. But I thought I'd better prep ahead of time, because otherwise I will be finishing these off camera again.
Laurel says, I love Lynn's watercolor flowers. I use them on a birdhouse.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I've seen a lot of beautiful projects done with them. And Iveta, I just have to tell you that when I was first introduced to the Pentart project or products through Teresa, you know, and trying to sort out how to do fine line crackle, of course, I followed your tutorials on YouTube. And I think what I love about the coaster project you're doing too is it's so easy. It's easy and it's not intimidating, right? Anybody can do it.
Exactly the reason why I started with them, right? Because it's one of those that you're like, okay, it's an easy base to find. It's an easy base to buy. It's not very expensive, so you're not going to worry about messing it up too much in case if something goes wrong. So they're amazing. Coasters are, and who doesn't like?
I was just going to say, and they come in such good, come in handy.
Yep. And you can always make like a few sets and keep them on hand, because every time you go somewhere, there's always like a birthday or a party or something like that comes up, right? That you're like, oh my God, I completely forgot. And now I need to go and see these people, and I have nothing to take to their house. And they would go. A nice set of coasters that you can put up in a little bag with, a bottle of wine or some nice tea or coffee or whatever it is. And there you go,
Easy.
Yes.
And I think too, like when you think about, like if you're a retailer, for example, or you have a brick and mortar shop, what a great little beginner project to do as well. a little make and take. There's just so many different options.
So many different options, and there's quite a few like decoupage techniques that you can actually teach on it, and
right, exactly.
The easy project to get those basic techniques down very well, and then you can move on to more complicated things as well. So yeah, paying a little homage to our beginners.
Yes.
But also, I just have to say, Linda, I love that you are using a box from like Aprons, because that like your typical crafter's life. We all always get those boxes, the packaging.
Yes, the packaging.
Always. I can't get rid of this box. I can't get rid of this. I can't. No, it's nice. So there we go.
Well, I hung on to these because they're so thick and sturdy, and I'm like, oh, surely there's going to be a use for this someday.
Exactly. And we all have them. We all have them stored in our cupboards alongside with like jars and little very sturdy bags and all of that kind of stuff, So this is a great idea for those of you watching as well.
Meryl says, get a bunch of coasters, decoupage paper, Mod Podge, and invite people over to craft.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
Exactly. Coasters, little hearts, little bookmarks, things like that. Those are all very easy projects. And they're also like, because they're so easy, they're perfect for like crafting parties or like when I really like to talk. When I can talk to people, I don't do very much crafting. So,
Iveta, do you have any coasters done yet? What are you doing over there? I can't see you.
She has one, Lynn. She has one.
I have two. We'll dry. Look. I have this one and I have this one.
There we go.
Bunny, and I have a little baby lamb. No, that's not a lamb. That's a.
Yeah, it is.
Is it a lamb?
Yeah, it's a baby lamb.
Okay, it's a baby lamb. Okay, I wasn't sure there for a second because
a lamb, a duck, a bunny, and a cow.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
You know that. How do you know that?
Well, there's this little rumor I heard that we work for DQ. and we see these papers a lot.
So I'm just checking and double checking like my placement and my fit on here so that I don't find myself having to redo this whole thing. So when I'm off camera. And I'm just going to mark out where my paper's going to go because I want to paint that background white. And we do that so that we get the most vibrant, true color when we decoupage, because these tend, they'll go a little transparent, and you want a really good light base to apply your papers to.
So that you can see the colors of the paper as they are supposed to show up.
Yes.
Charlotte says she loves to hear you talk, Iveta.
Oh, thank you.
I do too. Oh gosh.
Thank you.
We all want
not going to talk, Lynn. Not going to talk, Lynn.
Well, I'm not even going to try to give you a British accent. No way.
I don't know what to say. You say that, but if I moved to US, I wonder if it would probably take me like 5 years and I'd be talking with an American accent.
Probably. No, we don't want to believe that. No.
Oh no, trust me. I'm not British. It's not my first language.
What are you Australian?
No, I'm Latvian. I was born and
You're
raised.
Latvian? Oh, I had no idea.
Yep. I was born and raised in Latvia. Moved here when I was 16, and for the first 5, 6 years that I lived here, I had a very strong Eastern European accent, and then this happened.
Right,
Already.
right.
So I do think that if I moved to US, I would probably eventually, maybe not completely, but definitely would sound more American, probably with a weird twang of some sort.
Say there was going to be a weird.
We want to hear you with a Texas accent.
Right,
Oh my
Liz?
God. You know what? I want to hear me with a Texas accent.
Or like a real deep Southern drawl.
There you go. There you go. Oh
I
my
would not
gosh.
attempt it though. Literally, I cannot do accents. It's I either do it naturally or I can't do it at all.
So I will just say, did you see?
Oh God, she did it. She
Did
showed
you
up.
see?
See,
Oh,
I missed it 2
She's
times.
a trickster.
So I did my job.
No, are you gonna leave us now?
I actually, oh, see, good job. Everybody's okay. I got it this time. Laura Ray says, I got it this time.
Good.
Look, you guys are pretty good. You guys are pretty good. They said they got it. So,
Very good.
I am
in the comments.
No, please do not put it in the come on, y'all. Don't make it easy. You don't want to put it in the comments for everybody else. They need to. You guys are working hard here, you know.
Exactly.
So, yeah, don't put it in the comments. You got to gather them, and then once you have all 5, you email them to me. Please make sure you guys do this to me on Creative Hour. My name has only one R, Teri. Please, because it's going to go to the abyss, and then you're going to get mad when I can't find it. So, but I'm going to leave. Mara said, missed it again.
Hi, Mara.
I am going to leave you ladies to it. I'm going to get ready for Creative Hour Takeover with Shannon from Pickin Boots, but I'm going to be in the comments. So see you guys later.
Bye, Teri. Thank you.
Soon. See you soon. And thank you, Teri, for doing the scavenger bit. That'll be my job next. Well, not next. But
isn't it something when you think about it, Iveta, like how this company, like, and among many that we all work with, but how it just brings so many of us together from across the world. I love that.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's something truly amazing. How it just it brought us all together, all of us, everybody that's here. We wouldn't have known each other.
I know.
Each other if it hadn't been for Decoupage Queen.
Yep, that's true.
It's a really, really special day, truly. I don't know, for me personally, because I've been here from almost the very beginning.
Right.
I started as a design team member and then coordinated and then moved on from there with all of that. So it's been a journey to see it all grow and expand and go bigger, and hopefully it'll carry on for many, many, many
decades. I hope so. I do hope so.
Because
Teresa is good people, and I really love working with companies that are just high integrity, and she really is. She's the real deal, and
she is. It's truly like it's the most ethical company that I have ever worked for.
Yes,
really have ever known to this kind of extent, to be like this morally sound. I don't know how else to put it. Really, But with such strong values, it's really like, I hope they better keep me here.
I know. Oh, I'm sure you'll have a place for a long, long time.
They better not be trying to get rid of me, because I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's it really is something. Sorry, Donna is asking, what do I put on my coasters to keep them from getting sticky when placing something hot, like a coffee cup? Okay, Donna, let me just show you. So I usually use, and this is what I'm going to put on afterwards, Polyvine heavy duty wood varnish, specifically in a dead flat finish. They do different finishes. They have satin as well and gloss, but specifically dead flat finish. I guess because matte is less sticky somehow. It truly makes it non-stick. I am yet to find another brand. I wish there was more brands and more alternatives, so that we could just so that it was easier for people all across the world to get it. But yeah, this is it. I know there are a few retailers in the US.
And that's in the UK. In the US, I know that there are people asking, what is Polyvine? I've never heard of it. So here in the US, you're going to want to look for something like a marine grade varnish.
Yep.
And we happen to carry one, but I know there are different brands out there. So yeah, you want a marine grade varnish.
Yeah, something that
I think that's going to be the best
yeah.
option.
It needs to be very, very heat proof.
Yes.
Tammy says, good afternoon. And Laura is asking, what about using rock hard? Is that
yes, absolutely.
Is that a brand?
Yes, that's what we carry.
Okay.
That is a marine grade varnish.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can use that in US as well.
Yes.
But yeah, look for something that will say that it is specifically heat proof and non-stick. And at times it might take a few tries. It might take, if you're not sure about a certain brand and you haven't seen anybody recommend, and this is what you're like looking at, get a tester pot, get a sample pot, because usually they put them in sample pots as well.
Oh, Iveta, look what I've done. This is what happens when we're hurrying. I've picked up some of it, but it's okay because I'm going to be adding something to the top here. And I think it'll be just fine.
It will definitely cover it up. And then you can always just use a little bit of, a really good match for that blue is Pentat's Decor Chalky Navy Blue color is a really good match for that specific blue that I used on those stripes, as I recently found out. So Tina says the best marine grade that's in Canada is Helmsman Spar Varnish.
I've heard of that. Yes. Yep. A Spar Varnish. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've not heard of that one. Teri's asking, have your nerves calmed down?
A little bit, yes. Well, I'm just kind of doing what I do now, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. Well, like
after a while, we just do it.
Yep, we're rolling now. I'm still a little bit giddy. I don't know.
Well, I'll let everybody in on a little secret. When Iveta and I met in the backstage area beforehand, I was like, I didn't know if we were live or not, and I just was doing the whole spiel just as if we were live.
She did, yes, that's true. Hey, but like I said, it's better to roll in and have your camera not persona per se, but we do need to be a little bit more PG sometimes.
Wait a minute, I was not at all anything but PG or G rated. If that's what you meant.
Hey, no, it's always good to before you step in, test the waters.
Right.
And then,
Right.
and then you can be like, okay.
Okay, I'm going to set this aside for a second. We'll go ahead and glue our frame on. Oh my gosh, is that adorable? That is going to be so cute.
Beautiful. It's going to be
So cute.
beautiful. So beautiful. Tina says, oh no, Tina, we've already read that one. Miriam is asking, wouldn't resin work too for coasters? Oh God, Lynn,
Yes.
what is your experience with resin, like epoxy?
Yes, you certainly can. You can use a resin epoxy and kind of pour it over to float over your finished piece.
Oh, good, because I'm not big with epoxy. I bought some to try it, right? Because I've never worked with epoxy. I pour resin, as in like for molds, all the time, but not
Yes,
epoxy.
that's what. Oh yeah, the quick
Yeah,
resin.
yeah. But
Yeah.
not epoxy. And then I tried it, and I don't know if it's the brand of epoxy that I bought. Maybe it's like, or maybe I was doing something wrong, but it wasn't a great result. I have to redo a whole table now.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you do have to be mindful of is that, and I'll show you an example. I did these live, and this is an MDF, and
Yeah.
I poured the resin in here, and do you see how yellow it is?
Oh
So
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it will lift those tannins,
Yeah.
right? It
Oh,
will lift those tannins. So you've got to make sure you seal that well with a shellac-based primer before you put any kind of a finish like this on there, just to be sure that it's not going to lift those resins.
mhm. That's a really, really good point. Thank you for showing that, because like I wouldn't
Sure.
have thought of it like that.
Okay.
Cheryl says Lynn is so good at mixing and matching papers. Just look at her beautiful blouse.
Hi
Now,
Cheryl. Thank you.
we established that on our last live stream that we did together, right? Because you mixed some really interesting
I did.
mixing patterns and just making it all work. Honestly, you need to do like a class on making
Oh
different,
gracious.
because I will take your class.
Well, you know what? But here's the cool thing is, like, for example, with the Decoupage Queen collections, many of the different collections, well, they coordinate with each other.
Hmm.
And so if you're ever stuck, like, just pick something, and then from that collection, and pick the companion papers to go with it, and you're not gonna go wrong.
How do you pick your companion papers? Do you like pick one and then you just kind of put them next to each other to see if they work
I
together?
do. Yeah. Yeah. So when I did this, I wanted the background of this I wanted some of the type, because this had a lot of type in it.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I looked for, and I looked for obviously the colors and that they would work well together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I knew that my frame background, we're going to add some gold wax to this, but I knew that frame in the background was going to be black.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked for those kinds of deeper, darker tones that would all work
Right.
together, right? I wouldn't put a pink and white stripe with this. I wanted it to be, I wanted to make sure that black was represented
Right. So that the
everywhere.
dominant
Everywhere. Right.
colors will need to echo or be somewhere on the other
Exactly.
page.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think it's always good. You can take a floral, and I love the look. If you have a floral, you pick the background color, mix it with a harlequin, mix it with a stripe that has that same background color in it, or typography. That real graphic quality is so nice when
Mm-hmm.
when you pair it with something like a floral.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, florals go well with everything, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I went down in my stash and I found this beautiful pink knob, which I think will pick up a little bit of that little pink, bit
Mm-hmm.
of pink that's there. and we're gonna, did I bring my screw gun? Oh, I gotta go across the table to get it.
Oh, there she goes.
My drill. I need my drill.
We're getting the power tools out. Everybody, watch out.
Okay. Then I want this to be centered. And so there you go. You know me, I'm not measuring a thing.
Oh,
But,
I won't do that either. Measuring who? Never heard of her. Claire says that is a beautiful knob. I agree with you, Claire. It is a very beautiful knob.
And it makes a little knob.
Perfect. And then you was going to put the trim around there.
Yes, ma'am, I am. Iveta, don't you give it away.
Sorry, I can't help you.
There's still another step.
It was just a little slip up. Don't mind me.
Oh, that's okay.
Didn't hear anything. No, it's just a little teaser. They're gonna want to stay till the end.
Oh yes, we're almost there.
Oh, Lynn has more to add to it, and
yes,
it all works
I do.
well together.
This is a beautiful piece of metal trim, and look at how crownish that looks, I guess. And I am going to be putting that here. Now, I do want to say I could glue this right now and make sure. But after I glue it, I'm going to make sure that I have a clamp or something to really hold this in place.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of debating right now, like maybe I won't glue that just yet.
Right. So
but it'll give you an idea
of
how that will look. And then, so let me just grab a little tape here.
It literally looks like a crown.
Doesn't it?
It's amazing. And you know what? It reminds me of them, the little toy soldiers or nutcracker hats. Like
yeah. Yes.
It's so pretty.
Okay, so that's what it will look like. And as I'm looking at this, and that's just the way it goes when you're creating like this. Like, I think I want to put a little bead of trim right here. Yep. I think that would be really pretty. I'm not going to do that today, but I think it just shows you like how, we start, and it doesn't mean we have to stay where we started, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, let that whole process, like, just do what is enjoyable. And as you build your project, I really think you end up, kind of being inspired by your own project in a way. You know what I mean?
True, very true. You have to allow the project to also lead you. And that's why it's good to really create sometimes, or a good practice to be just sitting and creating in your own company, if you will, with the project. So you can really feel into it that way. And that would be a great tip for those of you that are maybe beginners as well, and you're not sure as to like where to go. You need to learn to get into that flow of creating and feeling the creative
right process. Yeah, and if you are a beginner, the other thing is, it's like, I think it's very easy to get intimidated by a finished project that you see, right? Like, you see us creating and doing online, and we're making all this stuff, and it's, I can't do that. I can't do that. But if you hook yourself up with a really great instructor that is doing online lives, just follow the steps, and you'll see that you'll be able to do. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do decoupage and have a good result, especially with rice papers.
Absolutely, especially with rice papers, because it's not the same as like when I was starting out with napkins and try and put that napkin on and it wrinkles up.
Oh Lord, remember that? Oh, I know.
But yeah, like if you can get rice paper, that's going to make it so much easier for you. And yes, absolutely 100% agree with you that if you just give it a try and keep it simple for yourself to begin with, anybody can do it. Start with coasters.
Start with coasters. It's absolutely right. Oh my gosh. Well, I got to say, I'm in love with this. And that is, I can tell you, I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit with this. And
yes,
I thought, what would Iveta do? You know, she would totally go over the top and add glitz and glam and all kinds of beauteousness.
Beauteousness is definitely a new word now.
But I'll show you what I'm thinking would be just the finishing touch on here, and then I think I'm done. I think to pour this little bead in black resin, right?
Yes.
And put that around here, and then also at the bottom. That's what it needs. And so I'll be doing that, and then I'll take some beautiful some beauty shots, and that's my project for today.
Wow. Yeah. You still have a while to go. We still have 20 minutes.
We do not. Seriously?
I don't know how you made that so fast.
I don't either, but I think again it just shows you like things can go very quickly. What's that?
Your zone.
Well, you know what, Iveta? I'm gonna go grab my mold and maybe I'll mix a little bit of resin. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, let's have a look at that. Yes. Why not?
See how we do it.
Why not? Claire says, I am following you now. Lynn has had a similar box yesterday. Very nice. Do you mention what coaster base you are using? So these are just little 3mm plywood bases. I got these on Amazon in a pack of like 10. So 3mm plywood. Love the black resin idea. Oh, Denise, thank you. And I'm so glad that I was able to inspire you to start creating. Catherine, you're going to see it in just a moment. What is black resin? It's going to be just pouring resin for molds to create the shape, like plastic, to create the shape, but in black color. Ooh.
Iveta, I pull out the big guns.
Oh, there she goes. And there I was saying about the power tools. Now she... We got the jugs out and all.
When we do resin, we do resin. Isn't it terrible? Oh my goodness.
Miriam,
so
where is the gold trim from? Could you tell us?
We have that on our website.
Ooh. Okay, let me find your website actually and just pop the link.
LNJGoods.com.
And I'll pop a link in the comments.
Oh, my lid won't come off.
There we go. Oh, no. I think the live stream might have stopped on my page, on my Facebook page, because it lost access. That's so strange, but okay. What was that last product that you used, Lynn? The gold?
So, that was the
Laura's
Pentart Gold Wax.
Okay, Pentart Gold Wax. Shirley says, hi, I am new here. I love decoupage. I love the idea of starting off with coasters. Perfect. Perfect. Welcome and welcome to Decoupage Queen. We're celebrating our 4th birthday, which is amazing. And it's good to have you here with us. And definitely start with something simple. I also, let me show you. So while I was waiting, while Teri and Mara were creating, I couldn't wait to start creating. So I had these little plywood hearts that were laying around, and I decoupaged them with some of my Christmas rice papers. So these are Decoupage Queen, Dainty, and the Queen, which is my line. winter scenes, if I'm remembering correctly. And I just put them on, and I'm gonna make them into little Christmassy hearts because it's still July, so technically it's still acceptable to do Christmas in July, right?
Yes, it is.
I am still in the right time frame. Lisa is asking, will you add cork to the bottom of the coasters? Probably not, but I might add some of those little sticky on feet. Like you can get these little, they're almost like glue dots, but they're like glue on one side and then they're a little bit raised on the other side. They're just like little coaster feet.
So I'm sorry, but unless I can call my husband back here to go get me some resin from downstairs, I can't get the lid off of my part 2. So
yeah, I struggle with that too.
Hey JR, could you come here for a second?
Hi Yolanda, hello. I was watching you on your website and saw my comments not being answered. Oh, I'm so sorry, Yolanda. There's a lot of comments, there's a lot happening. Yes. I am struggling to craft and talk at the same time. It's the easiest project ever, and I'm still like, I don't anything else.
Mr. JR has come to the rescue. Hopefully he can
thank
get
goodness.
that top off.
Roberta, we are all so very blessed to have a brilliant creative teacher like Lynn in Medina.
Yeah,
she inspires me so much.
Yeah, but it's broken. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Iveta. That's very kind of you to say. Oh, look at that. He did it. So this is
save the day. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna do, I don't need a lot of this, so we do 1-to-1.
Laura says, hello, happy 4th birthday. What was that? I am so happy to celebrate DQ's 4th birthday as I am a brand new vendor.
Oh, that's so exciting. Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
This is black resin dye.
Oh, I thought you was actually going to use like black colored resin, but you are coloring the resin.
I am coloring it because I can't get the black from my supplier for like 3 months. So
oh no. But it's good to know that you can actually DIY it.
Yes, you can. Yep. You just have to make sure you get the right resin. And when you mix, or the right dye. So when you mix it, it's going to get a little warm. And that's how you know that the catalysts and all of it's being activated now and it's ready to pour.
Mm-hmm.
And so
there she goes. Everybody hold your breath.
Yeah, that I didn't see. Oh, of course, I don't have my gloves on, so.
Gotta be careful with that. Right, everybody look away. No pressure then.
I got it.
Claire is asking, are you going to crackle your coasters? Probably not. Probably not this time. I do often do that. Probably not today because I would like to get these finished today. Miriam says, still July, and I already changed my summer wardrobe for my fall. Wow. We've barely had any summer here. Thankfully, it's been more or less warm over these past 2 weeks, but oh, goodness me, we had like 3-4 weeks of just non-stop rain throughout the whole of June.
Oh dear.
And it was just depressing, honestly. Like, I would like a bit of summer. A little bit. So I'm touching wood. It's going to stay warm for a little bit longer. Kimberly from My Victorian Heart says pretty project, Lynn.
Thank you, Kimberly. So don't do what I
Okay.
I didn't plan to do this part.
No, this is what happens when we go off course.
Exactly.
How long does this one take to cure, Lynn?
It's about a 10-minute cure, but I'm going to really watch this closely, and I'm going to start to take it out while it's still warm.
Right.
And I'll show you why. I want to form it around my piece so that it molds and hardens in the shape of this piece.
Yeah.
So I will have to do this a few different times, obviously.
Yeah, to have enough.
Yes,
trim.
yeah. But we can at least get an idea of what it'll look like.
Definitely. No, thank you so much for going through the trouble of showing us.
Well, we do have some time to waste, right? Now you know what's going to happen. Oh no, I need more time.
Well, we still have about 8 minutes to go.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Definitely do it. And by the way, after this live stream, do not go anywhere. Once we're done here, all you're going to need to do is refresh your screen or the page that you're on, and at 8 o'clock UK time on the dot, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have Creative Hour Takeover with Shannon from Pickin Boots and Teri. So we're going to carry on with our giveaway, scavenger, hunt, and everything for another 3 live streams today. Don't go.
Be fun.
For those of you that maybe missed the beginning of the live stream and the previous live stream, we're celebrating Decoupage Queen's 4th birthday today. And of course, we have a giveaway. You have to watch closely because every live stream, we show a scavenger hunt word or phrase. And you have to keep watching and note down that word or phrase. And once you've collected all 5 of them, you need to email Teri at Decoupage Queen. So that's Teri with 1 R and 1 I, Teri at decoupagequeen.com. Email those over to her, and then we will pick 2 winners when we release Decoupage Queen's full collection, which is going to be very soon. So stay tuned. And also check the descriptions for all of the live streams because all of the rules and information is going to be in there as well.
So I'm actually checking this, and I'm wanting this to release a little bit before it totally sets up. It's not quite ready because I still want it to have quite a bit of flexibility. So I just kind of push this mold to see like when that just starts to pop away from the mold, I'll be able to remove that.
Right. You need to keep a close eye on it. For those of you that maybe haven't done this before, you have to keep a close eye on it because you miss it and then it's going to be fully cured and it's going to be super hard and it's going to stay in that shape. But yeah,
okay.
So
not quite ready.
Fine.
Well, I mean, and you can heat them with a heat gun and get some shape, but I found that if you can catch them when they're still a little soft before they completely cure, it just makes life easier.
It definitely does. And I find that even when you do heat them up, they never fully become like as flexible as like when you release them too early.
I agree. I would absolutely agree with you.
There's some flexibility, but not as much anymore. Laura is asking, can you glue it down while it's still curing?
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You sure can.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to cure really. So like if you take it out while it's still soft, by the time you've applied glue and actually put it on, it'll be pretty much done curing anyways.
See, this is very rubbery.
Yes.
And then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add I'm going to put this all around this edge here, and I'll do a little gold wax on that. And then I'm going to add some up above. But as you can see, I've only got 2 of these, so I'm going to have to do them in bits and pieces. But I think that's what it needs to set that off. Don't you think?
I agree. I think it adds a little bit more visual weight, so then that frame doesn't stand out so much. It doesn't look as pretty.
Exactly.
Perfect. It's gonna look perfect. I can't wait to see pictures.
Oh my gosh, I'm kind of excited about this. Again, this isn't my typical style, I would say, but it's always fun to try something a little out of your wheelhouse. Right?
It's very good. It's very good to step out of your comfort zone at times and kind of push yourself a little bit. Sometimes it will show you that the reason why your style is that other style.
Uh-huh.
You know, sometimes you're going to be like, yeah, nope, this is definitely not for me.
Exactly, right?
Be like, oh, okay, yeah, I could use this every now and then. I can.
Oh, there we go. That's
yes.
That is incredible. I like that so much. But you know, I think as a final, well, one of the final notes, while we're kind of on the topic of different styles, that's what I love too about Decoupage Queen rice papers. There's truly something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Whether you like a more country style, French country, if you love fantasy, and I mean, there's something for everyone. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. That's one of the things that we really try to incorporate in every collection that we do is to make sure that there is something for everybody.
Yes.
Something for each style. Yeah, no, but we're nearing the end now, so
hopefully I can turn around.
Oh, there we go. That was a lot easier than the getting it the other way.
Why didn't I do that before?
We live and we learn, don't we?
Oh, I know. Iveta, thank you so much. You've been a wonderful
partner
today.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for this celebration. Thank you, everybody watching, for joining us in this celebration. And like I said, don't be going anywhere. You have quick 2 minutes to go and run and do any important businesses that you might need to do. And then we will see you back here in just a couple of minutes with Teri and Shannon from Pickin Boots in Creative Hour Takeover. We're going to carry on with our giveaway scavenger hunt game and more shenanigans, more crafts, more of everything. Thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you, Iveta, and happy birthday, Decoupage Queen.
Indeed. Happy birthday, Decoupage Queen. It's been a wonderful 4 years, and
it has been
many more to come.
Yes.
And we will see you all very soon.
Bye.
Bye.